federal prosecutors have asked an appeals court to pause their effort to reopen the criminal case against United States President-elect Donald Trump, who was accused of mishandling classified documents after his first term ended. Special Counsel Jack Smith submitted this request on Wednesday in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit, seeking time to assess the impact of Trump's upcoming return to the White House. The government respectfully requests the court hold this appeal in abeyance and stay the deadline for the government's reply brief, Smith wrote. Smith added that this pause would allow the government time to evaluate this unprecedented situation and determine the appropriate course of action consistent with Department of Justice policy. The request highlights concerns that Trump may emerge largely unscathed from the two federal cases against him. Trump was accused of unlawfully retaining classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida after leaving office in 2021. A federal judge appointed by Trump dismissed the case in July, finding that Smith's appointment as special counsel was improper. Smith and his team then appealed the decision. On Wednesday, Smith stated that, if granted the pause, his office would decide on the next steps. By December 2, 2024, Smith's office has already secured a similar pause in a separate federal case, accusing Trump of attempting to overturn his 2020 election defeat, events that included Trump's speech at a Stop the Steal rally on January 6, 2021. That afternoon, hundreds of Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol to disrupt Congress's certification of Joe Biden's presidency. Federal prosecutors are considering how to close both cases based on the view that sitting presidents cannot be prosecuted or jailed while in office. Prosecutors are also aware that, upon assuming office, Trump would likely have both cases dismissed. Department of Justice policy dating back to 1973. And the Watergate scandal further suggests that federal charges against President-elect Trump would be unlikely. In 1973, the Office of Legal Counsel argued that prosecuting a sitting president would compromise their authority, a standard that has remained in effect in the Justice Department. In July, the conservative-majority Supreme Court also ruled that presidents have absolute immunity from prosecution for actions taken under their constitutional authority and presumptive immunity for any official act. Due to this precedent, Smith was required to refile his January 6th case, arguing that Trump acted as a private individual when attempting to overturn the election. Reports indicate that Smith has been working to shut down both cases and plans to conclude his duties and leave the Department of Justice before Trump's return to office. The president-elect has previously stated he would fire Smith within 2 seconds of assuming office.